Alright guys, absolutely epic day. Managed 16% on the port. So, this is what the White House is posting after hours. Can't argue with that. What happened? Well, we loaded this dip, right? And we knew that they were fucking with the premiums, and we loaded here on that weak fill and absolutely ripped the ports. Remember when I said I'm selling all of the QQQ swings and the shit I had bought right there? Top ticked it. How did we know? Because that's where our ghost candle was. It was to 598.07. I guess we overshot it by 7 cents. So like, again, no one does that. That's how epic this move was. We hit our QQQ target. Then we added this alert right there. If we couldn't get over there to get out, that we did. And now we scooped some YOLOs. What I'm most proud of is the fact that QQQ is green. Meanwhile, we knew, well advertised, that SPY was gonna have X div between Thursday and Friday. This is something that catches people off guard 4 times a year. But as I posted in the chat and said on voice several times, don't be swinging any SPY. If you're gonna swing any indice, it needs to be QQQ. Now, these gap downs on SPY usually fill within a day or two, so it is playable. But while that pushes up, Nasdaq is gonna go higher, which means there's a good chance our QQQ takes out this high. Now, this pattern didn't resolve end of day, which means it either opens underneath low of day or above. It's got 1 hour to do it. So IB session. I mean, same reason why we sold most of our stuff here and didn't participate in the chop. Okay? But there's a lot going on here. Please take note. This is getting very, very complex. This is September OPEX. Now, as you can see, there's always a pullback after September OPEX. Some years more than others. Okay? Some years a few weeks. Not last year. Okay? All of that was saved for Liberation Day, right? So, this is where it gets tricky. Now, usually, you get a top here, which we have, right? And then you got to sell here and buy here. That is definitely shaping up, but it is 2025, and as we've seen time and time again, it's a magical year because they are cranking it out regarding desensitization and just reality in general, right? So we're in QQQ. We are 7 or 8% cash. Okay. What's the trade? The trade is this tomorrow. This is the trade. Okay? I'm probably gonna start scaling in right at open. Okay? We got a ghost candle that confirms it. Check it out in the ghost candle section of the Moon Train Discord. There you go. So you know. Okay? We obviously played this today. Rolled up like 4 times. That was epic. You also have Tim Cook saying that he can't wait for tomorrow, by the way. But that's all small potatoes. Okay. You also have App and Hood getting in after the rebalance tomorrow. This was absolutely epic today. Didn't even participate in that. Still has that as a target. But my main play is going to be Tesla. No doubt about it. Okay, what else? Well, now that everybody's bagged on SPY, they're probably going to buy the dip. The big news is the phone call tomorrow. It is OPEX tomorrow. It's not the quarterly. That comes, you know. We get the collar here. See what I mean? They're probably going to run these here because it's a Tuesday into that. All right? Change of the month, change of the quarter, get a new collar. This is also a new moon. Tomorrow would be perfect on the China-US phone call, just to rip it just because everybody knows that you're gonna get your pullback here. Okay, most likely. So Bitcoin hasn't sold. It's just SPY and US 500 and ES that did that. Okay, if you know what you're doing, this is nothing, this is still green. Okay, fantastic, we've covered that. As far as tomorrow, and again, this is interesting, this is SPX, this is the GEX for tomorrow. I have no idea, or do I? You can go check the chat. I said, I know we got the phone call tomorrow, but now at this point in time, this is gonna be lower, right? So would it be crazy if you gap filled or even tested the FOMC line, because we have yet to back test it? But remember, the original is up, right? And we've gone up. It's a retest. Would it be crazy if this kind of falls early, goes and tags here, then the news comes out and you freaking rip? Okay, that would be pretty cool. So that's what we're gonna be looking out for tomorrow. I'm not gonna go into detail too much more because I just gave you two possible trades. Obviously Friday, this. I do want to talk about this. The live flow today. I have never seen, I don't know what's going on, as much in the money SPY. We're talking hundreds of millions expiring tomorrow. So unless they are literally funneling money back to themselves, meaning buying contracts that they let expire negative to make money, like literally selling contracts to themselves, I would assume we go higher tomorrow, because there was just a crazy amount of SPY for tomorrow all throughout the last hour. Just crazy amounts. Here's just an example. They came in these clusters, right? They're in the money, but they were huge. We're talking hundreds of millions of dollars. So something to keep an eye out for. Let's just check SPY here real quick before we check the last stuff. Yeah, huge buying, like really out of the ordinary for tomorrow specifically. Like someone's planning on making like a crazy amount on in the, but I don't get it, because unless we get news pre-market, why would they do that since they know it's XDIV? See what I'm saying? Very odd. But yeah, we hit our QQQ target. We've hit all of our SPY targets. We've got 2 phantoms remaining. Yesterday I said this is what we needed. That's what we got. I posted the upper SPY phantoms. All of our phantom clusters have hit, by the way. There is a shit ton to the downside, and yes, there's gonna be a mega pullback at some point in time. But unless something crazy happens, I would think the trade is to the upside tomorrow. God bless. Thank you all. Today was such a epic day yet again. And tomorrow might be the last day of this type of market for a while. So just all be aware of that. Play light. Okay?